Superman vs. Iron Man, the ultimate showdown. Scene opens with a breathtaking aerial view of Metropolis at dawn. The city awakens as lights flicker on in towering skyscrapers. Suddenly, a streak of red and blue zooms past the camera. Superman flies overhead with effortless grace. Cut to Iron Man blasting through the sky above New York City, weaving between buildings, his metallic suit gleaming in the sunlight. Hey there, superhero fans. Ever caught yourself debating who would win in a battle between two of the most legendary heroes ever created? Yeah, me too. Today, we're diving into an epic showdown. Superman vs. Iron Man. That's right. The unstoppable force meets the immovable object. On one side, we've got an alien with godlike powers, and on the other, a genius inventor with tech that's out of this world. First things first. Let's get to know our contenders a little better. Understanding where they come from can give us some serious insights into how they'd approach a fight. Superman's story starts light years away on the planet Krypton. Born as Kal-El to Jor-El and Lara Lor Van, his life began under dire circumstances. Krypton was on the brink of destruction due to its unstable core. In a last-ditch effort to save their son, his parents placed baby Kal-El into a spaceship and sent him to Earth, hoping he'd have a chance at life. Crash landing in the peaceful fields of Smallville, Kansas, he's found by Jonathan and Martha Kent, the kind of parents everyone wishes they had. They adopt him, naming him Clark Kent. As he grows up, Clark starts noticing he's different. While other kids are learning to ride bikes, he's figuring out how to control super strength and heat vision. Talk about teenage challenges. But thanks to his adoptive parents' guidance, Clark learns the importance of using his abilities responsibly. They instill in him strong moral values, compassion, justice, humility. This upbringing shapes him into the hero who stands for truth, justice, and the American way. Now let's switch gears to Tony Stark. Born to Howard and Maria Stark, Tony was a prodigy from the get-go. By age 17, he graduated with advanced degrees in engineering and physics. Not too shabby, right? But with brilliance came arrogance. His life takes a sharp turn when he's captured by terrorists during a weapons demonstration gone wrong. Injured by shrapnel near his heart, he's forced to build a weapon for his captors. Instead, using his genius, he constructs a suit of armor to escape, a primitive version of the Iron Man suit. His greatest asset is his ability to innovate and adapt his tech to face new challenges. Realizing the damage his weapons have caused, Tony decides to redirect his company's focus and dedicates himself to protecting others. He refines his armor, adds all sorts of upgrades, and embraces his new identity as Iron Man, a hero forged from adversity. Now let's talk about what these guys bring to the table. It's one thing to have a cool origin story, but abilities are where the rubber meets the road. Superman is basically a one-man army. Under Earth's yellow sun, his Kryptonian physiology grants him a laundry list of superpowers. He's lifted everything from cars to continents. Bullets, bombs, lasers, they pretty much bounce off him. Not only can he fly, but he can do so at speeds exceeding light. He's fast enough to keep up with the Flash on occasion. He can emit beams of intense heat from his eyes, precise enough to perform surgery or powerful enough to cut through steel. In short, he's got a power for just about every situation. Tony Stark doesn't have innate powers, but his tech more than makes up for it. His Iron Man suits are marvels of engineering, amplifies his strength to superhuman levels, allowing him to lift heavy objects. Boot jets and stabilizers let him fly at supersonic speeds. Repulsor rays, uni-beam projectors, missiles, lasers. The suit is a walking weapons platform. Jarvis or FRIDAY manage suit functions, provide tactical analysis, and run real-time calculations. His technology allows him to adapt quickly to new challenges. Even the mightiest heroes have their soft spots. Let's see where Superman and Iron Man might falter. Kryptonite is radioactive fragments from his home planet. Exposure weakens Superman significantly. Prolonged exposure can be fatal. Under a red sun, like Krypton's, his powers fade. He has no defenses against magic. Magical attacks or enchanted weapons can hurt him. While not a physical weakness, his strong ethics can be exploited. He always looks to save lives and protect innocence, which can be used against him. Tony is only human. Without his suit, he's vulnerable to all the dangers any person faces. Suits require power and maintenance. EMPs or hacking attacks could disable his armor. The arc reactor keeps shrapnel from entering his heart. Damage to it can threaten his life. Struggles with PTSD, anxiety, and guilt can affect his decision-making. While wealthy, his resources aren't infinite. Massive damage or loss of suits can set him back. So, if these two were to throw down, how might they approach it? Superman often tries to de-escalate conflicts first. He's not one to jump straight into a brawl unless necessary. He uses his abilities strategically but tends to hold back to avoid unnecessary harm. His priorities are minimizing damage and protecting others. However, when needed, he can unleash his full arsenal, combining speed, strength, and various vision powers to overpower opponents quickly. Tony is a strategist and a tactician. He analyzes opponents and adjusts his approach. He's not above using misdirection, gadgets, or environmental factors to his advantage. He doesn't shy away from preparing specialized equipment for specific foes. If he knows he's facing someone like Superman, you can bet he'd come up with something tailored, maybe integrating red sun radiation emitters or synthesizing kryptonite-like rays. Let's set the scene for this epic confrontation. Imagine dimensions collide, due to an experiment gone wrong or meddling by a cosmic entity. Superman and Iron Man find themselves in the same universe, each perceiving the other as a potential threat. The location? A bustling metropolis, filled with civilians. Stakes are high, and the potential for collateral damage is massive. Superman notices an unidentified flying object, Iron Man, soaring near sensitive areas. Concerned, he approaches. "You're flying in restricted airspace. I need you to land and identify yourself." "Sorry, but I don't take orders from caped strangers. And last I checked, I wasn't in Kansas anymore." But before they can reach an understanding, explosions occur nearby, a setup by villains manipulating them into conflict. Both heroes spring into action, misunderstanding the situation. Iron Man, thinking Superman is behind the chaos, fires a repulsor blast. Superman, unharmed, realizes Iron Man might be dangerous. "I don't want to hurt you." "Ditto, but you're not leaving me much choice." Iron Man ups the ante, deploying advanced weaponry, missiles, laser beams. Superman dodges or tanks the attacks, trying to minimize city damage. He responds with heat vision, which Iron Man deflects with energy shields. Brute force isn't working for Tony, so he switches tactics. He activates a specialized suit for heavy hitters, perhaps incorporating energy frequencies that disrupt Kryptonian cells. He uses holograms and decoys to confuse Superman, buying time to analyze weaknesses. Superman decides to take the battle away from populated areas to avoid casualties. Outside the city, Iron Man unveils a synthetic kryptonite weapon, a risky move based on speculation. The weapon weakens Superman, bringing him to one knee. "I don't want to do this, but I have to protect Earth." "You've got it all wrong. We're on the same side." A new threat emerges. The true villain reveals themselves, capitalizing on their weakened states. Realizing they've been duped, Superman and Iron Man agree to team up. Combining strengths, they formulate a plan. Iron Man provides technological support. Superman brings raw power. Together, they thwart the villain's plan, saving the day. Not bad, for an alien. You're not so bad yourself, for a guy in a metal suit. So, who actually wins? It's a tough call. Superman's powers are extraordinary. In a straightforward fight with no prep time, he could likely overpower Iron Man quickly. However, Tony's ingenuity shouldn't be underestimated. Given time, he could develop countermeasures to exploit Superman's vulnerabilities. Factors like environment, prior knowledge, and external influences could sway the fight either way. Comic writers and analysts point out that while Superman has an edge in raw power, Iron Man's intelligence and resources make him formidable. In crossover events, rare as they are, such matchups often end in stalemate or mutual respect. Fans are passionate on both sides. Superman supporters highlight his near invincibility and moral compass. Iron Man fans emphasize his human ingenuity and overcoming impossible odds. Online polls and forums show a split, with debates delving into specific comics, feats, and scenarios. Beyond who wins, let's appreciate what these heroes mean. Superman is the archetype of superheroes, the Og. He's inspired countless characters and stories. His shield is recognized worldwide as a symbol of hope. His narratives explore themes of identity, belonging, and the immigrant experience. Before the MCU, Iron Man wasn't a household name. Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal catapulted him into superstardom. Iron Man embodies human potential and shows that one person, flaws and all, can make a difference. His journey reflects themes of redemption and responsibility. Fans love crossovers for what-if scenarios that spark creativity and discussion. They've led to fan-made content, art, stories, videos that enrich fandom culture. The idea of these universes intersecting fuels imagination and keeps the community engaged. Declaring an outright winner isn't possible or necessary. Both Superman and Iron Man bring unique qualities that make them heroes. The outcome depends on circumstances and could vary from one storyline to another. What's more important is what they represent. Superman shows us the power of empathy and integrity. Iron Man teaches us about resilience and that our choices define us more than our past. Maybe the real victory isn't about who beats who, but how these characters inspire us. They challenge us to think about what it means to be a hero in our own lives. Now it's your turn. Who do you think would win in this epic face-off? How do you see the battle going down? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with fellow superhero enthusiasts, and subscribe for more deep dives into the worlds of our favorite characters. Special thanks to the creators, writers, and artists who've shaped Superman and Iron Man over the years. Their work continues to inspire us. Don't go anywhere. We've got more exciting content coming up. Stay tuned for our next video where we pit the Dark Knight against the first Avenger, Batman vs. Captain America. You won't want to miss it. Check out these related videos here, and click here to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next adventure.